Hi there, welcome to our channel. I'm Vic.
I'm Nick.
And we're NV Board Gaming. And today we're continuing our top 100 games of all time. This is an updated list for 2023. A couple years back, I don't think it was last year, but I think a couple years ago.
Year and a half.
Yeah, call it 2 years.
Yeah.
We did a top 100. He did 100, I did 50, so we're continuing that. We last left you at 100 to 91, and now we're doing 90 to 81. So I'll start with my number 90, and that is a game where it involves automobiles, involves cars. It was the first one we had in our house, and that one is Craftwagon. This one did fall quite a bit because it was on my top 50, so now it's bumped up a lot because we've just played just so many games in the last couple years. So it still has a place, though, in my heart. I enjoy it, even though it looks a little bit bland on the table. I still really like the mechanisms in it and enjoy playing it.
Yeah, it's a good game. Good, simple-ish game. Dry, though, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 90 is a new-to-us game. It would not be on our previous list. It's a two-player-only game called Beer and Bread. Beer and Bread, I like the way it has the seasons. There's a fruitful and a dry season, the way you can exchange cards. If it's a fruitful season and you just keep your cards, you pick up your harvest cards and keep them for the dry season. I like the back and forth in it. I think it's really fun. It's a tight game. You're trying to get these fulfill orders, but there's some restrictions to that. And you can also get abilities. There's multi-use cards, which I'm a fan of, and I like it a lot. Beer and Bread, number 90.
That's a good pick. I also enjoy playing it. My number 89 is a farming game. We played it only a couple of times, but I really liked it, and I always like building out a farm. And this is Fields of Green.
Okay.
I enjoy it. I don't think it made my top 50. I could be wrong, but I don't think it was on that list. And yeah, I have to put it at number 97.
We haven't even tried the expansion yet.
Yeah.
We have that too. We don't play it very much.
Mm-mm.
All right, this game actually is the only game, might be the only game in my 100 that didn't move at all. It stayed the exact same number. I didn't look at my previous list until I was done with this list, and I saw that it was still at 89, and that is Seasons. Seasons, I don't know why it stayed exactly the same, but we did add some expansions, and we haven't played it that much. So it kind of even out. Like, I like the expansions. They add different things to it. There's a bunch of ways to play now that we have that. We just don't play it that much. So Seasons is a good kind of a drafting. It has some take that, but you can remove the take that cards, I suppose. There's the orange cards and purple cards, and one of those is the
orange
more
ones, I think, is the mean ones.
Yeah, and you're going back and forth, and you're deciding at the beginning of the game kind of what cards you want for which stage of the game. I think it was really cool, really clever, and a pretty game too. Big chunky dice.
Mm-hmm. I liked those. My number, I got to get this right, 87. 80, are we at that?
88, right?
88, yeah, I knew because I said the wrong number not long ago. 88 for me is another game that we've played a lot that has cards. We have fun with the strategy of it. It's a cooperative game. Spirit Island. Always enjoy strategizing with you about how we're going to overcome this next wave or where we're playing different spirits. Always fun. So
yeah, heavier game. Probably the heaviest one so far on either of our lists. All right, number 88 for me is another new-to-us game. It is cooperative. We've been playing it quite a bit, and that's called Dwarf Romantic. Dwarf Romantic grew on me. It was fine to start, but now that we keep playing it and keep improving our scores, it's a calm game, easy to play, easy to teach if you want, cooperative, so tile placement. Vic really likes that tile placement. It just works well. It works well with two players especially. It is one that does grow on you because it's pretty simple, but the way you get better at it, the more you play, and the way it adds different things to make you get better, improve your tactics, and improve decisions.
Yeah.
But it doesn't throw a whole bunch at you to where you have to learn a bunch of new rules. I like it a lot. Dwarf Romantic.
That's a good pick.
It's based on a video game, too.
This is a game for me, number 87. This is actually 87 this time. It's a game that we played again recently, just to give it another spin. Love space, so definitely wanted to play this. And spin is funny because there's a gyroscope going on there. It's Pulsar 2849. I had fun with it. I like it. I like the strategy of it, the different ways to score, and the replayability of it.
Yeah, and it actually goes pretty quick, too. So you just follow all the stages, all the rows that you unlock, and I feel it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, I like picking dice.
All right, 87 for me. It did drop because I don't think we've played it since our last list. It was 56. Now it's 87, and it's a Ryan Lockett game called Islebound. Islebound, you're traveling around your ship. You can do actions in the different islands. You're becoming allied with different islands, or you're conquering them. It has some dice rolling in there too for that. Another game I enjoy. I don't know if I'm favoring it more than some of those other ones, just because you can actually come back. It feels like you can come back to it more often than things like Near and Far and Now or Never. It feels easier to come back to because there's no story really. You're just playing a board game. It's a really good one.
Yeah. I always like all those lock-it games. So hard to rank them for me. Number 86 for me is a game you got recently in a huge box with a bunch of railroad games. It's Ultimate Railroads. Having a lot of fun with the different variations. I can't quite recall which one I like the best, but whatever you like the best, I guess I do.
I think I like the American one. Just leave it with the stocks. I think we both really liked it when we played it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I always have fun, and it doesn't matter what variation. I seem that the game is a great one. So.
Cool. All right, next one on the list, we played at 2 players. Is it 2-player only? I can't recall, or if it's just best at 2. But it was previously 92, so it went up just a little bit here at 86. And this is a card game, resource management, though, 51st State. And this one, we play some. We have some expansions for it, so maybe that's the reason it was able to stay and even tick up just a little bit and didn't fall off this year. We have the Moloch expansion, and there was another one that I can't remember what it is I got first. And, we were able to add to it. And the only downside of this one is, unlike some games like Everdell, it has this thing where you can be finished and the other person keeps going.
Yeah.
So there is that in this game. It's also similar to a game called Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North. It's similar to that as well. I really do like it, though. It's a cool theme. It is cool look, great art. And, a lot of fun. State.
My number 85 is a game that I did not like the world version of that we played on the cruise. But then years later, as a more refined gamer, I came to enjoy the Wonderful Kingdom. So it's a Wonderful Kingdom for me.
Really?
Is, number 85. I like it.
Okay. That's the 2-player version. I'm the opposite. I like the Wonderful World better.
I know that.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. 85 for me was 86 last year, so very close. No movement.
Wow.
It had 2 expansions. We've only tried one of them. And we have the other one. We still haven't even opened it. It is Architects of the West Kingdom, a worker placement game with a clever mechanism of you get more as more people are out there, and you can send people to jail.
Yeah.
So Architects of the West Kingdom is probably the most popular because it was the first one of the West Kingdom series, and I feel like it got a lot of buzz when it came out. And, I mean, they had Paladins and Viscounts. I just feel like the OG was the most popular. People talked about Architects of the West Kingdom. It is coming in at my number 85.
Love that. Love all the West Kingdom games.
Yeah.
I have for number 84 a game we haven't played in a long while, but a game that people seem to receive. It is Furnace. Not a too crazy of or complicated game, but you're building out an engine, and I enjoy doing that, building a tableau of things that chain off. So
yeah, a lot of resources turn to other resources and stuff. Yeah, engine builder. All right, you're on 84. So 84 is another 2-player only game. You can play this in a wide variety of scenarios, a wide variety of setups and expansions. It is a war game called Memoir 44. Memoir 44 was on the previous list at 54, so right now 84. It is a big setup, but it is super fun if you want to devote time to it, and you're always going to play twice, so set aside time to play this game twice because you want to be allied and you want to be Axis, then to the next map. That's how we always do it.
Yeah.
So once you have it set up, it is flowing really nicely. You're playing these cards out to do to influence different sides of the board and come up with tactics of how to defeat your enemy. Memoir 44.
Always have fun with that one, and I always wanted to play with toy soldiers, so it's the perfect reason. Little plastic soldiers and tanks. Yep. It's awesome. My number 83 is a game that it's the Biblios, Quill, and Parchment. So I asked you the difference between the 2 games because I like both Biblios, but I only wanted to put one on this list. So if I had to pick between the 2, it's got to be Biblios, Quill, and Parchment for me.
That's a good game. It's a good game, but I would say Biblios is a better game. But yeah, if you say the roll and write is better, then so be it. Quill and Parchment, it's still a solid game. All right, 83 for me. I just mentioned recently because it's similar to 51st State. Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North, I like just a little bit more. just a little bit because of that action selection. That's what makes it better to me. Where you can put that out, hey, I'm going to do this action. I like that more. And you can move it one time and to exhaust it. I like that mechanism. If 51st State could have added something like that, I would like that one more.
Yeah.
But that just barely puts it over the top. I like the cards a little bit better in 51st State than I do in Imperial Settlers and Empires of the North, but that action selection just nudged it over the top.
Yeah. I agree. It's a cute game. My number 82 is a game you got from Kickstarter, I think. They had to send you, was it a new board? I don't know if that was the one. But 82 for me is Stroganoff. I have a lot of fun with the different furs and the math of it, of trying to figure out the number and how far you're gonna go along. I think the game looks really nice, and I have fun when we play it. Good strategy to it.
Yeah, I had a bad experience with that. I ordered the new board because they got this big deluxified version. And I got the new board, and all I did was pay for shipping because they were felt bad, oh yeah, it wasn't as luxified as Gugong, our previous release,
Right.
And they never delivered it and said I didn't pay for the shipping. So So I don't have the new board, but I am getting with the expansion. I'm getting the new board with it, so it is what it is. I couldn't find where I paid for it anyway, but it did show that I had backed it. I don't know. It was weird. A weird situation with that whole Kickstarter with Stroganoff. A solid game.
Sorry.
No, it's good. 82, right? Yeah,
that's 82.
82 is a Stefan Feld game. I don't believe it is old enough to be on our previous list. It's right on the cusp, though, so I could be wrong that it was, but I don't think so. It is called Bonfire. We got the expansion now that we got at GrandCon on a discount, and I'm curious if it will be even higher or if it's going to fall off. It really depends on how the expansion goes. If I play it and I enjoy it less with the expansion, it's probably going to drop off this list. But if I enjoy it more, it'll stay on the next time we do this because I really enjoyed it. You're placing these tiles to do different actions, and it's fairly heavy. I had a nice teach. There's one of my better teachers probably on this channel of breaking down each of the actions that you can do in Bonfire. I enjoyed it. And I enjoy Stefan Feld games in general, typically.
Mm-hmm. I am a fan as well. So, 81, this is the last of this video. And this game is one you mentioned, so we have a little bit of a crossover in this one. Another fun card game that we both like. It's 51st State at number 81 for me.
Nice. No more really to talk about then.
Mm-mm.
No? Just 51st State.
Yeah,
Card game.
that's it. Yeah.
Master set.
Yeah, that too. No, I don't know. I did. He said it all. There's enough enough said by Nick. But I like the theme like he does. I like the way it's presented on the board. You can try different strategies out. You get different there's asymmetrical factions. So I like the fact that people can do different trades on their board.
Yes.
So not everyone's doing really quite the same thing. So it's interesting.
Yeah, tokens are pretty cool too.
Yeah.
The gasoline, the red guns, those stand out really nice. All right, and the gears, I think, are the other ones.
Yep.
81, final one, is a worker placement game. It did come in at 84 last time, so pretty steady. This one got maybe the stayed on the list and maybe improved just slightly because you painted it. Yeah, you painted this one. And so did Alyssa. So this is The Godfather, Corleone's Empire.
Of course.
As a great worker placement game that it stands the test of time. It's staying pretty steady here at 81, where it was 84 last time. Enjoyed it a lot. It looks even better now that Vic painted it.
Alyssa.
Yeah, and Alyssa, they both did a great job, and one of their first paint jobs that they've done.
Yeah, we wowed you right away with our demo, and then we went in for The Godfather, and it was fun because Alyssa got to do essentially her and Tim's characters, the colors that they would play, and then I got to do ours. So that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That she got to do blue and what did she do, yellow? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And you were red and green?
Yeah, purple, green, and yeah. Anyway.
Super fun. And we actually planned to do like a movie night when we did that. Remember? We planned to. We did it with Dune, but I don't think we did it with Godfather. We were talking about it, but it's a long endeavor, and I've already seen it. So with Dune, I hadn't seen any Dune when we did that. So
yeah, that was a neat night.
Yep.
All right, so that is the continuation of our top 100 games of all time as of 2023.
Sunday.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like, thumbs up, and subscribe for more top 100 or top 10, all kinds of top videos.
Sure.
And comment below if you are doing a top 100 along with us. And yeah, bye.
See ya.